If you have ever looked at your YouTube homepage and thought to yourself, YouTube is not what it was when I was a kid. It's full of clickbait, AI, and soul-draining slop. You're definitely not alone in feeling that way, because YouTube is so chopped, man. The vibes on this website are genuinely atrocious. I think for most of us, YouTube and really the internet as a whole just doesn't feel like it did when we were kids. I remember going online during that golden era of YouTube. I would put on classics like Dan TDM, LEA, and my personal favorite, Grazer 10, which, by the way, out of interest, I checked out his channel while making this video and holy chud slop. It's really sad to see so many of the creators I once loved becoming pretty much unwatchable, when as kids, these channels were places of comfort. You might think that this is a result of artificial intelligence, the rise of performativeness, and big social media corporations spending millions of dollars into creating platforms that feed us these overstimulating emotional rollercoaster For You pages. And although there may be some truth to that, I think there is something else going on, something in our control that I haven't seen anyone else talk about, and you probably haven't either. Have you ever wondered why as kids we had that carefree attitude that we just can't seem to replicate anymore? We used to boot up the game or put on some let's play video of a game we didn't have, and it was chill. We didn't feel guilty about it. We had a curiosity about life and real imagination. It's like we were living in a different reality, compared to us now being dragged down by work, studying, and other things in our adult lives, and feeling like losers for trying to do something we just enjoy. I think there is something important that we can learn from our past selves and use it to change how we approach our lives today. What I'm talking about here might be the reason why so many things we loved as kids don't bring us the same enjoyment anymore, and why we feel like becoming an adult means losing that carefree, childlike perspective. If you feel like life has become more dull as you've grown up, like as each year passes, life becomes less interesting and more stressful. It doesn't have to stay that way. Before I get into it, I just want to throw out two things quickly. First of all, this isn't one of those 3 tips to fix your life hippy dippy videos, although unfortunately I do have 3 things I want to talk about. Don't sue me. Secondly, the background of this video is just me playing Left 4 Dead 2. You don't need to watch it at all if you don't want to. You can just put me in the background, listen, eat something, go for a walk or whatever. This makes it easier for you to watch wherever you are, plus it means I don't have to edit as much. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but when I was younger, I used to always watch those dramatic, old school reality TV shows. I'm talking World's Strictest Parents, Kitchen Nightmares, Wife Swap, you get the idea. The episodes were so absurd, but what was great about them was how scuffed and raw they felt. It was almost like you were getting a glimpse into other people's worlds, where they were just as disorganized and emotionally chopped as you. Well, recently I came across new versions of these shows, or other ones taking on the same sorts of gimmicks, and oh my god, they are so terrible. Or it's just one of those dating shows like Love Island or whatever, and it's literally just a psychological torture experiment being televised to the world. And these shows are so polished and overly produced, it doesn't even feel like these are real people. And look, I get all reality TV is faked to an extent, but these new ones take it so far, it makes you want to blow your head smooth off. My point here isn't even about reality TV, it's about the lifespan of entertainment in general, because I feel like no matter what, at some point after a product or a platform has been around long enough, it just shits itself and becomes commercialized and soulless. I downloaded Instagram to share photos with my family, not to mindlessly goy off to reels all day and fry my dopamine. I played Fortnite because I wanted to play a battle royale with this cool new building mechanic, not to play as Peter Griffin shooting a rap god minigun, wearing Air Jordans and spamming some random radio hit emote, in looking to the sky and seeing fucking Juice WRLD. Everything eventually becomes the most obvious cash grab, and it's not even being hidden from us. Because when I see videos on a YouTube homepage, I get the exact same feeling. What used to be a simple platform for anyone to share their interests or ideas has turned into a complicated businessified platform for people to share their SEO optimized and viral interests or ideas. Plus, almost every video is either trying to take your money, time, or both. The realness of this website has been forgotten so much that when you find a genuine creator, it feels like rolling a mythic tier skin. Honestly, sometimes it feels like a blessing to find someone who isn't a walking AI prompt. As kids, YouTube used to feel like a comforting space just to find some simple, genuine enjoyment. Now for some reason, even my own subscription box feels like I'm in enemy territory, being sold a course or promise that this next video will change my life. So So what happened? How did we get here? And maybe most importantly, how do we get out? I mentioned at the start of the video that there is something else happening beneath the surface, in our control, waiting to be realized. And that is that I think that how we feel about modern day YouTube is a pretty good representation of what it's like to be an adult. Think about that for a second. When we grow up, the world begins to feel like a hostile place. We start to change the way we view other people. As adults, the world feels like this. People aren't authentic. People are always competing for something. They aren't as interesting or fun anymore, and almost everyone feels the same. We didn't really feel these things as kids because in the world we lived in, those things didn't seem to exist. We were just ourselves with a real curiosity, waiting to have fun and not really care what others thought because we were too busy in our own world of imagination. Now, we don't trust strangers anymore. We aren't as connected, and everyone around us, including us, are putting on a performance, as if we are playing an invisible social competition that you have to play and can't stop. Now when we look online, all we see is the barrage of inauthentic, competing, and uninteresting clones trying to take something from us. We have become so equipped to sense danger because in some sense that is now needed. When we grow up, we aren't as protected as we used to be. We have to make our own decisions, and if something goes wrong, we don't have the same netting to fall back onto. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't blame anyone for feeling a lack of trust for online creators because I don't really trust them either. I've been learning more about YouTube recently, just trying to learn the ropes a bit better and I guess figure it out as I go. But now my homepage is full of people promising to make me famous when they aren't even themselves. Every day I see ridiculous titles like how to blow up on YouTube in X amount of days, or how I became viral and made $10,000 a month from YouTube, just to move my eyes down 1 centimeter and see that their video got like 1,000 views. Everyone is guru maxing and has a course or offers coaching or a paid product to give you the secret sauce on how to become rich and successful when they are genuinely bums just like me. Like, I don't trust you at all, bro. I'm surrounded by guru maxing freaks all day. I swear, this literally got to the point that even I tried to make a paid service. Bruh, I have 11 subscribers. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Terrible, terrible stuff. Anyways, slightly off topic, my bad. So as we grow up, we started to lose trust in YouTubers and online creators. And that lack of trust is a clear reflection of how we feel about the world in general. Most people have that experience of growing up and noticing that people begin to change. Your friends start acting different. Adults start treating you with less kindness. The clouds seem a bit darker when you start to learn more about the world. Becoming an adult means dealing with adult things, and those suck. We become so good at seeing the negative side of things, the danger. Our inner self, the part that wants to learn, explore, ask stupid questions, play, and have fun, loses its space in our mind. We start to keep our guard up, and because the world seems so hostile, we lose that inner child. But what if we could change that? So many people wonder why the world is like this. But have we ever wondered why it can't be how it used to be? Seriously, why not? What are the things you liked as a kid? The things that make your soul happy? And why aren't you doing them more? If you were to ask me, I don't think the issue boils down to simply how the world is. I think it's how we approach it and where we put our attention. But it can't be that simple, right? No, it can't. The reason YouTube doesn't feel like it used to is not solely because we grew up and started seeing things differently. It's definitely a big part of it, but something else we do when we get older is that we stop doing things just because they are fun. As adults, we weigh up the value of everything we do. We are always thinking about what we can gain from something or earn from something. Picking up a sport now means social validation and taking on stereotypes of people who play. Watching a new show means you are now engaged with a new micro community and want to know what others are thinking about each new episode. Having social media means keeping up to date with the most recent trends, news, and memes. You get the point. It seems nowadays, engaging with anything comes with a whole load of extra baggage about how we engage with it and what that means for us. This is reinforced by the fact that we live in a world that puts massive pressure on us to never waste time. We have to be something, and if you aren't, well then you better start doing something. And what you do can never ever be perceived to be a waste of time. I get it. It's a dog-eat-dog world, but now we have convinced ourselves to feel guilty for simply doing the things that bring us true, soul-warming enjoyment. Every time we do that, we are subconsciously telling ourselves that whatever makes us happy is not important anymore. Every time, it's a small instance of self-betrayal, and after years, the interests fun, and curiosity we had as kids begins to fade. It's no wonder we feel like this. Being an adult shouldn't mean abandoning our inner child, because our childhood interests weren't distractions. They were clues of what we actually found interest in before all the filters and walls were put up. I think that we should take a step every now and then to recognize our interests of the past and feed just a little bit into the things that make our soul happy. Not only will it improve your day-to-day life, but it will make the hard parts of existing in this world a little bit easier to deal with. When we know who we are and what we like, and also cultivate a life that supports those things, our place in the world becomes just a little more clear. Throwing out anything we don't like or feel pressured to do or need to do may be an awful idea. So I think that the next best step forwards may not be forwards at all, but back to when we didn't have to worry about all of this. Email me with anything you'd like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.